Like the one and only. I just realized my Wi-Fi is off.
Uh-oh.
Gotta turn on my Wi-Fi. Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only, here with...
Jet Black the one and only.
Sponsored by...
Jet Black the one and only.
And YouTube's like, you're not sponsored by shit, you're demonetized.
Before you can even... They have a preliminary thing.
Yo, Scavenger, welcome to the stream. We're going to react to a video called The Philip Experiment. We already started watching it. We're like 2 minutes in. We're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to react to things as it goes. Kirby said, I have music going, so I can't hear you guys. Cool. That's the best way to watch your reaction videos. This is just not hear anything we're saying.
Right.
Okay. You ready for action?
I feel like you're looking more like a man. Yeah.
Kirby says, sorry, fam. Don't forget to smash that like button.
But you heard us. Right. Is that person dancing?
Who?
Wait, can you go back?
Yeah, I'll go back.
Wait. Oh, they're pulling a camera. I thought they were just going. I was like, oh.
That guy looks like a cowboy. Like he's on the wrong set.
He's like, am I on Little House on the Prairie? And they're like, no, I'm not.
So I am on Little House.
This guy's like, I am the psychic.
Scavenger said, is it a show or a movie or something else? It's a YouTube video.
What you should do, like, you should go back in and edit, like, and put, like,
I don't edit anything. Who do you think I am?
I feel like people would get context.
They sure don't have context. You're right.
Wait, that lady seems super serious. She like. Look how serious.
We gotta see her face.
She's like, this guy with the like Hawaiian looking shirt.
You owe me money, Philip. Scavenger said, I know how to do that type of editing for free and no downloads.
There you go.
And it's simple.
He's trying to help you out.
Yo, hit me up with those tips.
Not Reverend King.
The 8 mediums. Hello, sir. I like to order 8 mediums. Would you rather have 4 larges? 8 mediums. I know the prices. I brought exact change for 8 mediums.
They're like, it would be cheaper if you just got a combo. And he's like, I'm getting these mediums. I'm doing a seance.
I gotta get my 8 mediums. Scavenger said I use Panzoid for videos like that. He said, hey, smoke on stream. No thank you, smoke, but please smash that like button on stream. George Owen. This got us when we watched it the first time. I don't know why they would edit it like that. Why they would ever edit it like that. Yo, Aidan. I thought you were gonna also say yo, Aidan. A said, what are you reacting to? A YouTube video called The Philip Experiment. Is he like Casper? They tried to make this text on screen look really spectral, but instead it just looks out of focus and it's really shitty and hard to read. There's something that you just can't react. Like I gotta show it. They created Philip, the imaginary ghost. So watch this guy's credentials. They come in like really shitty, and you're like, well, they're gonna get clearer. Like and they like kinda do. But
Philip did it.
Philip just fucked up the production quality.
Philip, the terrible editor.
Edited by Philip, the imaginary ghost.
8 mediums.
Instead of assuming that all physical manifestations were caused by the spirits of the deceased, as spiritualists claimed, Dr. Owen
I really don't like it when the like person speaking the foreign language like pauses and the person who already knows what they're saying doesn't just keep going. Yeah, they like stop.
Through some mechanism that has yet to be explained, could project their energy onto material objects.
Onto material. He's like, let me get these fucking chairs. Too many chairs.
Too many chairs. Too many chairs.
She's like, I don't like this experiment.
That
She's like, that ghost touched my hair.
That ghost gave me 8 larges. I specifically asked for 8 mediums.
Which one's Philip?
That's a good question. They just did a historical reenactment of like a fake story for an imaginary ghost.
I'd love it if it was just all of those same people in wigs. Philip.
I like that, like, this is the backstory for Philip the imaginary ghost. And then they burn Margot at the stake. The old lady, her reaction from the cut was really great. She looks like she just saw what happened. She's like, ah! And also imaginary. This needs to be on History Channel.
Right. Diddington?
That's the only real part, is Diddington Manor. He couldn't make up a name that stupid.
Before they had worked out the details of the character they were going to create. So it was 1973, I think, between 8 and 9 months later, that the experiments actually began. They met on a weekly basis in a designated area.
Damn, I really hate that text.
Called the Philip Room. And no, this room was not used for any other purpose. Had a card table with a
Where were they meeting? That was the Philip room?
Just this guy's house.
area of the society headquarters, which we call the Philip.
Okay, it was in a headquarters.
And no, this room was
It
not
was in
used
4
for any other
quarters, 2
purpose.
mediums, a lot.
The thing that fucked with me, right, was that I thought it was in somebody's house. And I was like, there's no way that you could be like, this is the Philip. The only thing we do in this room is we talk to Philip, the imaginary ghost. You have guests come over and they're like, hey, can I stay at your place? And it's like, yeah, can you like crash on my couch in the living room? And he's like, but you have this whole room. And it's like, no, that's for Philip.
I'd love it even better if they like specifically told, like, it was one of the people in the experiment, and they're like, okay, but you have to section this part of your house off. Like, you cannot use it for anything. And
It
they're like,
compromises the experiment.
and they're like, this is my kitchen. My fridge is in here.
And like, you
No.
better have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with my nigga Philip. Have you met Philip? He's a very hungry imaginary ghost. Philip the fat nigga. Every room in my house is just for a different ghost.
It's that like old lady's house, and so it's like, Margot, come in, and she comes in and she's like, how have you been doing today? And she's like, hold on one second, I just need to talk. Philip.
I imagine like the scene that they cut away from where the old woman was actually like Philip was in the kitchen. He like grabbed a chicken wing and she's like, my chicken wing.
She's not even surprised at the ghost. She's like, he always steals.
Why does he steal my chicken wing? I
He
can
can't
never
eat.
I
Like-
can't. He just drops the shit on the floor. You can tell he's trying to aim for his mouth, but it just.
She's like, I have to watch him like digest and shit it out just all at once, like in a streamline.
My guy definitely has a disorder. He can't hold food. I don't. That sounds horrible.
She's like, it's me before my medicine. And you're like, yeah.
I try to feed him my medicine and the shit just falls on the floor. I guess he just doesn't open his mouth. He needs imaginary pills. Whoa! What if Philip like physically grabbed your chicken wing and you said, "Philip, put it down," put it down, and everyone goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Chill out. There are other imaginary ghosts. How do you know if you're gonna shoot Philip or somebody else?" And I'm like, "I'll take those chances."
No. And she's like, I've got it.
She's like, I put my sight on. I got precise aim. And I never thought of it like that. But if it's like an imaginary ghost that can like manipulate physical reality, does that mean imaginary things can like fuck it? Like you're like, go, bring me a beer, Philip. Yeah. I was like, don't whip him too hard now. Philip, you look a little tired. Would you like a nice grape soda? Like, they handed over. I was like, I haven't seen Philip in a few days. It's like, we never see Philip. He's imaginary. I was like, I know, but like, normally he like shakes a chair or something. He hasn't been around. And I was like, Frank moved in. He's a mime. He's been putting up a bunch of walls, and the whole house is just fucking maze for Philip.
From the way the old lady's treating Philip, that like at the end of the experiment, they're like, so the whole point of the experiment was to show that though Philip was fake, the racism was real. She's just sitting in her house like, Philip. Jesus.
Your name is Philip. Kunta Kinte. Your name is Philip.
Too much.
Dude. I am really curious about the whole, like, imaginary things in relation to the imaginary ghost. Because their whole argument is that the imaginary ghost messes with the real world. So do imaginary things mess with it? It's just a cool question. Mm-hmm. Put the gun down, Nancy. If Philip doesn't stop moving my goddamn table, I got it as an antique from my great-grand.
And then, like, out of nowhere, you see, like, just in apparition, like, an actual gun appears and it's like,
you just see a floating real gun and then a woman with a fake gun. And she's like, but who do you think can pull the trigger first? I wrote in your backstory that you had bad aim, Philip. And with my imaginary gun, I can never miss.
It has curved bullets, Philip.
I watched Wanted, Philip. It inspired my creation.
I play COD 24/7, Philip. Watch me. Watch me 360 no scope you, Philip.
She's an old lady too, so she just goes, my hip. Oh my gosh. Philip tries to shoot her while she does the slow 360 no scope, but when her hip goes out, she like, inadvertently dodges the bullet.
That's perfect.
I really want this as a show.
No, we sincerely make a show called The Philip Experiment. Just a parody of this shit.
I love it. Scavenger said, I'm back. Funny. What the fuck? That's how we feel, dude.
Right?
Had a card table with 8...
Also, he's a physician. Like, why is he the expert? Like, it didn't say, like, paranormal, like, investigator / physician, just physician.
Physician. Yeah, he's not, like, a imaginary ghost physician.
It's her doctor. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this lady.
Scavenger said, why is this so funny? The doctor dude is like, yeah, I've been trying to smash my patients for the last few years. I'll do anything to get that loose old pussy, you know what I mean? Like, I'll talk about imaginary ghosts. She doesn't even remember it in the morning.
God damn. Wait, and he's just like, I'll even go in a documentary. I don't care.
I'll say it straight to the camera. We'll watch this together and she's sucking my dick. She'll look up at me concerned and then forget and just suck right in the same moment. Sometimes Philip catches us though.
He just looks up, Philip? It's like Philip stands in the corner. I don't know what he's doing there.
I'm not sure if I'm cucking Philip or
if he's cucking me.
With the Philip situation, right? If you, like, imagined someone to, like, fuck Philip, would it work? Like, because the thing is, you imagine a ghost, and then a group of people do, like, a seance as if it was a real ghost, and then the ghost will, like, fuck with things in the environment. Like, it'll move tables and
so
shit.
Then if you make imaginary stuff, does it work for them?
But, like, other characters is interesting. Like, if you're not doing the seance for them, but you're like, and also, your wife that killed you, remember? Actually, I don't even remember how Philip died. I remember how his girl got burned at the stake.
But what if things, like, because real-world things are exact and precise, like, you know what's going to happen when Philip fucks with something in the real world, because it's already there. But if you just say your wife, like, if you don't give description, what if it's like some completely weird shit? It's like this octopus in a dress. And he's like,
what? I fuck with that. Because imagine if it's based off of the imagination of each person there. Mm-hmm. So you just loosely say his wife, and everyone has a different image of it. So to Philip, it's just this weird amalgam woman. She has, like, one right titty. That was the only consistent thing, is that, like, she doesn't have a left titty. That's the only thing that was in the backstory.
Someone was like, my wife doesn't have any breasts, and everybody else is like, so it's just one.
I want to make it as close to Paul's wife as possible. If Philip's gonna fuck anybody, they're gonna fuck the same person I fuck, which is Paul's wife. Hi, my name's Jim. I like 8 mediums.
Metal chairs around it, and they met once a week for a period of well over 10 years.
What? They met once a week for over 10 years to hang out with Philip the imaginary ghost. Those are some stories. You know who else meets, like, once a week for, like, years? Like, D&D players. I want to make this as a D&D campaign style thing where the ghost interacts with it. But fuck, I really want to see if imaginary things fuck up imaginary ghosts. How would you know if Philip died? Would it be a thing where, like, you can't see Philip, but you can just see, like, how he reacts to things? So let's say there's a coat rack, and you pull up your imaginary gun and you shoot Philip, and you just see the coat rack just, like, fuck off to the side or whatever. And it's like, oh, fuck, you shot Philip. But Philip, in his backstory, died buried with his favorite rifle.
You know, it'd be really fucked. So, like, this whole thing has 8 mediums, and they met at once a week for 10 years. So then all of a sudden, like, midway through, they're like, we got down to 7 mediums after Charlene.
Yeah.
And then, like, she's a ghost in, like, the thing, and she's like, he's real.
Philip is right here, right next to me. Charlene's just trying to talk to them. They're like, Philip went on. He's passed he went to real heaven.
Wait, no.
I'm trapped. I'm haunting the room.
Like, she's fucking with the table, and they're like, Philip? And then she has, like, this realization. She's like, I'm Phil.
But then who was Philip before? And Philip
wasn't like
she should die, right? And when she appears in the room, she's like, oh, they're still doing the old seances. And then she walks up and she's like, I wonder. And she, like, pokes the table and it moves, and they go, Philip? And they're like, she's like, oh, they think I'm Philip. And then Philip's at the door and he's like, hey, thanks for taking my job. And she's like, wait, what? And then she tries to leave, and it's like a force field. She just can't, like, Philip's like, yeah, I just need someone to replace me. I was like, I'll catch you later.
No, it's been like, and then, like, a guy walks into the thing and, like, sits. He's like, I'll be your 8th member. What's your name? Philip. But also, no, like, what if it's, like, been 9 years and 11 months or whatever that they're doing this, and then, like, Charlene passes, and then she, like, goes up to, like, the lead investigator or whatever and, like, touches him on the shoulder, and he's like, oh fuck, it's real.
I'll be honest, I was shaking the table the whole time.
I'll be honest, I was just sitting under the table.
Just jacking out to Charlene.
Jeez.
Also, based on the principle of this, right?
Right.
You could just get 8 people together, and it's like, so let's make up a backstory for, like, a stripper. And then, like, in the backstory, she dies.
Right.
And it's like, Cinnamon, are you here? Cinnamon, can you shake one for a 20?
Toast Crunch, are you here?
I can make it rain for imaginary bitches all day.
Around in a circle with a picture of Philip in sort of a meditative state, trying to produce an apparition. And after a year, nothing happened.
No, what the fuck? So he's like, he just finished saying they met for 10 years, and then he's like, after a year, nothing happened. So they just kept fucking with it.
For 9 more years.
It's just like, you just see like a quick flash of all their different things, and then like, it's just every once in a while, one of them's like, I felt...
So I've actually been doing a lot of research on like the Philip experiment stuff. So the Philip experiment itself claims to have like films and like all this footage that you can find. I don't know where to find any of that shit. Like this is like maybe this is supposed to be the footage.
I imagine that's
I don't know. I always thought this was actors.
I mean, Philip's an imaginary actor, though, so he could be anything.
But you have the Philip experiment. You have SORAT, which is like an old like parapsychology society. And the thing I hate about SORAT is everyone goes, SORAT was on some next level shit. SORAT was investigating all this crazy stuff that goes beyond psychic ability. Like that's what they were like saying, right? Yeah. But everything I read on SORAT is just hearsay. It's just people going like, yeah, SORAT shit was really cool. That's all they can say. They like to hype up Bachelador. And Bachelador is this guy who had a theory that was like, hey, I believe that psychic abilities like exponentially get better like the more you use them, but I feel like they're based off of false positives. He's like, I think in order to use a psychic ability, you have to like have a belief in it. But he's like, I feel like you won't have a belief in it unless like something happens that makes you think you have a belief in it. So he's like, I think you need to like think you have something needs to happen, and that thing has to make you think that you caused it. Right. And then after that,
you can actually cause them.
Yeah, like now that you like truly believe it, you can do it. Even before at the first point, it like wasn't a thing. And the Philip experiment, like in the journal articles that were about it, they say that like we think we've affirmed the Bachelador thing. Like the thing they're about to talk about is, and after a while, they would meet for the Philip thing, and they'd just fuck around. Like they just wouldn't do what they're supposed to do.
And it would actually like shit would start happening.
Yeah, shit would actually start happening. Kirby said, you need to have proof that you think you have this thing.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And Philip made the pudding.
So it's imaginary.
Right. Does this look better?
That looks way better.
You fuck with that?
It looks like a shark fin.
Yeah.
Or like a vagina with a fish hanging out.
It's getting weird. It was cool for a second.
It's like a lips, but like it's spitting upwards.
I come up with a design, and it immediately gets wrecked. I want you to feel like excited about it, dude.
I do. I'm just telling you the things that come to my mind first about the design. The shark fin was the first thing. It didn't start weird. But I don't like the Philip experiment stuff. There's a Sydney one where someone off of the like success of the Philip experiment were like, we have a ghost called Sydney, and they claim to have a lot of cool stuff. But like Philip experiment, no data. Sydney experiment, no data. Like Philip experiment claims to have all these film shit, but I can't find it unless it's this. Unless we're watching the films right now, I don't know where to find it.
Well, the crazy thing about the Sydney experiment, they have a cousin named Sydney, and it's the.
So she's an imaginary ghost.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Confirmed. Is an imaginary ghost.
She is an imaginary ghost.
So the one that I fuck with is there was like an Australian group that's like, there's a lot of hype over this imaginary ghost shit, but no one's done it for like years. What right. the fuck? So they did like a series of experiments. I think they did like 28 trials. Mm-hmm. And what ended up happening was that like they could never get the ghost that they made up to like respond to questions in like any meaningful way. But they had like, and this has like data, they tested significantly with the circle up like that. You start getting into like the it looks like a dickhead territory.
But I'm trying to make like a cool thing of where it's like a mountain with like a sun in the background, and like a cool like inspirational thing, and it not be.
If the sun was like over here, and the mountain like obscured it from the side, it wouldn't look like a penis.
So,
there we go. So, the Australian one says that like Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was able to significantly manipulate, like, the flames of a candle or whatever. Like, in a meaningful way.
Some shit like that.
Better. Like, a lot better. I fuck with that the most so far.
Okay.
But I want to do a little bit of this.
I have one more like theory. I'm gonna blow the whole Philip experiment wide open. So, at the end of this video, at the end of this video, you're gonna get to it, and it's like, but where's the proof? And then like the guy who is the lead researcher is like, but the thing you don't realize about the Philip experiment, all of these actors were dead bodies.
Brace your eyes.
All of these actors were dead bodies who were being controlled by Philip. Even me. And he just evolved that.
And it's just the camera like pans over like all these.
No,
dead
the
bodies.
camera falls in the camera guy too.
Oh, I thought the camera was gonna keep moving, and then when it flips around, it like distorts, and you see the image of like Philip.
That would be cool too. Either that, or what if like if you wanted
to make this movie,
or if you want to do like a parody version of it, like he falls down and the camera guy keeps filming, and then he just like looks up a little bit, and he's like, "Did you cut? Did you cut?"
I feel like a cool ending would be, the cameraman like is walking around with the camera, and he turns toward like a mirror, and he's just holding his hands like this.
Yeah. No, I love that. You'd have to do good editing though to get it to like disappear. You'd have
Kirby
to do it
said,
in
"My
post.
eyes, my eyes." Yes, we would have to do it
In post.
unless we did some camera tricks. Like apparently the old Star Wars films where the things like float off the ground was just like mirrors, like legitimately just mirrors. I watched a video on it and it was really interesting.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like instead of like a post After Effect thing,
Right.
they did like a mirror trick that just makes it look like it's floating using actual mirrors. Like they put mirrors around it, and then yeah, it just looks like it's levitating.
So it was like a Keemstar thing.
You lost me. I have no idea. I don't get the reference. It's either imaginary ghost.
No, it's like it's a meme off of H3. I just.
For you, Philip, give us a sign, please.
Philip is like, "I'll give you a sign," and he pulls a sign from outside, and he's like, "It's time to stop."
He's like, "I'll give you a sign," and it's a fucking like Trump for president.
Vote again. 2020. Re-elect. Kirby said, "Would you, Nick? Would I what?"
Would you, Nick? Also, what about this one?
With the like
No,
two
this
loops.
one.
I prefer two loops.
Yeah.
Not saying it's like the best thing since popcorn, but if I had to compare that to this, two loops.
Ooh,
When I look at it, I don't see a penis.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to make the two loops like cool though.
Kirby said Magic the Gathering simulator. Oh, are you talking about would I make like a D&D style game that's like based around like the Philip experiment stuff? Yeah. Would I play Magic the Gathering? Fuck mana. I don't want a resource system. Yu-Gi-Oh, please.
At first, the members just developed a friendship.
Ooh,
You fuck it out?
that one does look nice. Scavenger said I'm making some food. Make sure to make some for your imaginary ghost.
With each other. They spent months together with no occurrences of a psychokinetic or telekinetic nature. Then at some point they changed their strategy.
Then at some point, Philip stopped existing.
Then at some point, they stopped playing the Flame Ghost deck. They wanted to go meta.
Then at some point, they converted to Christianity.
They began to see results.
Kirby said, scroll up, please.
Like wraps on the table or under it.
Oh, sometimes the live chat doesn't show everything that you guys say. So, right before you say, would you, Nick, it just says, my eyes, my eyes. So I have no idea what you said. Scavenger said she is the cousin to Philip. In your canon, your imaginary ghost is Philip's cousin. What's her name? It's interesting. It feels too big. I liked it better when it didn't have the extra oval.
What if it was just like narrow?
Blowing it wide open. Felice.
Please not be.
Sorry about that. We have some lag.
Sorry about that.
Give us a sign, Philip. Philip, are you there,
Okay.
Philip?
Bracer. Oh, I guess I can't make the picture.
Philip?
Philip. George Owens. George Owens comes out. And then here's
No,
the-
this is legitimately just really
No, for real.
I don't think
it can
someone's
look
gonna
less
at that
like a
close.
penis.
I feel like if I close it off though right there, then there's gonna be like, oh, it's more like a. So, I really like this design. Like I'm starting to get cool with the design.
Kirby said that would be the 5th time posting it. Oh shit. Do you think YouTube is automatically filtering whatever you're saying? Are you saying something weird? That like YouTube, the things YouTube doesn't want you to know. Scavenger said, Kirby, I don't see your question. Oh, that's so weird. It's like your question is an imaginary ghost. Kirby said no.
A month or two of talking to this imaginary ghost, Philip, people started to get raps on the table. In turn, each person would say something like...
Scavenger said YouTube does filter shit. Kirby said, I'll try this then.
And there would be raps underneath their finger.
It's evolving.
It's a what?
It's evolving.
Evolving?
Evolving.
It's evolving.
It's Keemstar.
It's Keemstar. Upside down, it looks kind of interesting. Let's see. Kirby said, would you try untap in? Would you try untap.in? I think it thinks you're trying to post a URL. So it doesn't allow you to do that. So I see what you're doing. Is it Magic the Gathering? Because the answer's probably no. Scavenger said, I'm going to test it right now.
Tips.
I like the idea of the upside down thing because it does look cool, but the only thing I'm worried about is it's not like the.
It loses meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirby said it's a Magic the Gathering simulator. Is it automated? Is it built in the browser? I feel like those are like two key things.
Oh, yes, not one time.
It identified itself and said, hello, Philip. There'd be a rap underneath the visitors. These raps were audible.
You just see there's like an intern kicking the fuck out of the bottom of the desk.
Kirby said it's not automated, sadly. Then I definitely wouldn't fuck with it. I'm
Are
not a
you
Magic the
automated,
Gathering
Kirby?
guy. Is Philip automated? Kirby says it is a browser. If it's not automated, you miss me. You miss me. Scavenger said, yo, don't read what I post next because it is simply a test. I'm gonna forget that you said
Sound on view.
Kirby said, dang it.
And we've published the results of that
I'm curious about what he's gonna sim.
auditory
'Cause,
study.
like, why should we read?
To the table being shaken, eventually
The
moving,
table being shaken, shaken,
eventually
shaken, shaken. Ooh, shaken, shaken.
those were really the
George Owen.
that they had in fact accomplished their experiment.
I like that they add the film roll sound. They can't just show old footage.
But still,
Of course not.
the group would ask a question, and Philip would answer. Surprisingly enough, the answers always corresponded to his alleged biography. As the seances progressed, Philip became more enterprising.
He never answered a question that didn't
After a few reps,
work with his
he would raise
origin
it off the
story.
ground and make it dance on 2 or 3 legs. We were very careful to try and avoid hoaxes. On
Kirby
several
said, Charlie,
occasions,
Charlie,
we
will
would
YouTube
call
ever fix their shit?
where we would put doilies, paper doilies.
Yeah, it does just say
under the
he's a
hands
physician.
of the
Wait,
members.
we would? He was one of the guys.
If they tried pushing the table, the doilies would simply slide across the table. So clearly the table movement
Well, what if the doilies, are just fastened to the table? Kirby said, wait, I don't have to shoot up pencils, so that won't work. What shoot up pencils?
Sides of the table, if they both lifted their knees, might lift the table up. It was clear that that was not happening either.
Philip, are you there? Philip?
Why was it clear that that was not happening?
Encouraged by the astounding results.
Foul lip.
Wow, that nigga's face was amazed. I'll show you.
Encouraged by the astounding results.
My boy was looking for Philip, but he found God. Kirby said, do you not know of Charlie Charlie? I do not. But watch this guy find God.
There, Philip?
Encouraged by the astounding results.
This is the spiritual awakening.
Philip.
When you ask for 8 mediums and they say that'll be $1.99.
You're a cookout.
Oh gosh, dude, I did Cookouts drive-through once. We ended up getting the food for free. Kirby said the face. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was me, Dozer, and Serena. Dozer and Serena got actual food, but I'd already had my one meal for the day.
Right.
So I ended
So you
up.
got air for free.
So I ordered a shake, right?
Right.
So the total was like $18 something. It was almost $20 worth of food. So we asked, hey, can we like use 2 cards at the window? And the woman was like, yeah, that's totally fine. Hand me the card for the shake first. Kirby was like, hi, Winslow.
Wait. That. It's not.
You tried.
I'm just in hair sadness now.
I'm all out of hair. Not true, he's not bald.
If I shave my head, I'll change my name to Baldslow.
Baldslow. That face was pretty incredible.
Wait, he looks like a wizard. Like you could make a meme of him with like lightning shooting out of his fingers.
You totally could do that. Kirby said, "Are you trying to go to the spirit world, Winslow?"
Make a meme of this, guys, please.
Yeah, can you guys make a meme of this and share it on the Amino?
I am Gandalf.
Scavenger said, "Don't read what is next."
I'm gonna.
Whoop. Kirby said, "Okay." He's like, "I won't read what's next."
Did they just have like a draw to?
Oh, but they put all of it on my card. Like the whole $18 thing. Like right after she says, yeah, I can do it on separate cards. Hand up the card for just the shake first. Like she swipes it and I hear him go, oh shit. And another girl says, hey, we put it all on the card. Is that okay or would you like me to fix it? And I'm like sitting in the passenger seat and I'm like, no, I'd like you to fix it. And then the woman goes, what? And then Dozer, who's like right next to her, goes, he said he'd like you to fix it. And she goes, what? And I say, I like her to fix it. And Dozer's like, he said he would like you to fix it. And she said, how? And we were like, what?
She's like, come in here and work this machine.
And he said he would like you to fix it. And like the manager comes and he starts talking to him and they close the window. And you can tell that the manager's like talking to him and shit. And like the woman opens the window and she's
like, you can't just ask the customers that fucking fix our shit.
So when the first girl opens the window, she's like, hey, we're gonna refund it and we're just gonna give you all of it for free.
Yeah, because he's like, how?
Kirby said, why you gotta make things complicated, Nick? Scavenger said, she's asking you how to do her job. Scavenger, when are you going to post the thing I'm not supposed to read?
Every day he's posting things you weren't supposed to read.
Maybe that was the thing I wasn't supposed to read. My bad, dude. But we made a meme out of that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that feeling when you get your cookout for free, if I can catch the time when the guy does it. Scavenger said, oh, I did post it. It never came up. This isn't the face. This is the face where when you get cookout for free. Check this shit out, Winslow. Look at this nod. You're like, yeah!
All right.
Kirby said, you weren't supposed to read that, Nick. You ruined everything. Scavenger said, YouTube filtered it.
What was it?
What was what?
His comment.
How would he tell us? The next face is when somebody farts in the room.
Somebody.
Not this guy. This isn't the fart in the room face, but this next face. Check this shit out, Aidan.
Around the world tried the same experiment with other
She's like,
imaginary
what?
characters.
She's like, I don't believe this.
That's more the face when you fart in the room and you don't want other niggas to know.
Tried the same experiment.
Like the table's going down and she's like, no one knows.
And no, and I would love it if that clip were played backwards because she's like, no one knows, and then that dude's like, he's like, I know.
You could do that like same clip of her like looking, but on that clip you just hear.
The same experiment with other imaginary characters. The results were
When I went on the Mississippi trip, we got out of the van, and one of the guys that was sitting next to me when we got out of the van, he like farts like loudly, and I like turn and I look at him, and he goes, "You didn't hear that, right?" Like he was so convinced that like it was just like the quietest fart.
they had found the magic formula. Stratégie. A mix of
That's when you needed that meme to go.
meetings.
I wish I could just do half of a fucking thing.
They thought this was the secret to being able to produce this kind of phenomenon at will.
Scavenger asked, does he have bad hearing? You actually have like a solid point. Scavenger said, I'll send you a screenshot on Amina. Thank you. He has bad hearing in one ear, and the story's really interesting. So,
Can I ask you guys for a favor? Does anyone have Photoshop? First off, I need help with designing something.
I know Scavenger has Google Drawing.
That's pretty cool if you're good at Google Drawing. If you could make me something, I need like a logo type thing. I would appreciate it.
All right. Well, we'll see what they say. But the guy was like, he was a really little kid, and he saw a hair clip on the floor, but he thought it was a Q-tip. So he tried to like clean his ear with the hair clip, and he stuck it so far in his ear that he like fucked up his eardrum in that one ear. No, the guy who couldn't hear his fart.
He has. I have a bunch of skills with picture editors.
Sweet.
Awesome. This is more of like a drawing thing, but like, let me see if I can find it.
Take a
So
screenshot
this-
of this.
Yeah, this fourth one right here, this one with like the little arch and like the little wave looking thing, this one, I would really like to get that made into like a little logo thing, because I'm trying to start a YouTube channel and I want that to be like the little thing, the little icon for it. I would appreciate it.
Scavenger said that looks dope.
Thank you very much. I'd really love it if someone could help me out with it.
Speaking of which, when it comes to art solicitations, fan art for the channel. Draw your best pictures of your favorite characters. Q, Winslow, Bangzel, Mr. Hand's Hand. You know, all your favorites.
Thank you so much, Scavenger. I appreciate it.
Hit us up with that
appreciate
fan
you.
art. Scavenger said, I.
But they realized that this
That nigga dances when they move when Philip moves the table. Scavenger said, can we enter multiple fan art pics?
Yes,
Enter
but
all the
there's
fan
one.
art pics you want.
Yes, but there's one rule to fan art pics. First, you have to send this in, and then you can send in all of your fan art submissions.
Scavenger said, no problem, Winslow. Kirby said,
you so
but Mr. Hand doesn't do the hand thing anymore. You gotta go to old videos and see what his hand looks like. And from that, give us your fan art. I'd love to see it. Gabby hasn't been on the channel recently because she's traveling the world, but I know she'd love some fan art. Hit up your girl Gabby. Black David, White David. We got all the Davids. Hit us up with your fan art.
Ooh, I can make the fucking wave thing super, like, pretty easily.
With the greatest of ease.
Yeah.
Oh. Check out this guy's little jig when Philip moves the table. Aiden, are you ready for this?
I'm hoping.
You're hoping? He's in the zone.
I'm pooping.
He's in the zone currently not ready for this.
I'm pooping.
With chocolate honey made crackers.
I'm pooping.
You're pooping?
I'm pooping.
You're pooping? Let's see. Scavenger said how many Davids we got. We got Dozer, White David, and Black David are like some of the main Davids.
Some of the main Davids. Out of all the Davids, those are some of the names.
Kirby said advertisement. So when are you ready
Sell advertisement.
ready to react to the thingy?
I know.
So look at his little jig when Philip moves the table.
But on it will.
He's got like a little kick to his step and shit. My boy's ready to get down.
Get down on it.
Get down on it. I feel weird whenever I move my head. You never know where Philip's just flopping his dick around.
You just run into something imaginary.
He's like, I might be imaginary, but this dick is real. Kirby said that guy was very happy to move a table. Nah, he's just happy that Philip's moving the table. He's like, all right. It's like, whenever Philip gets here, I feel like dancing. You know what I mean? And then Charles is like, I only feel like dancing when Cinnamon moves the table.
Also took a lot of tenacity on the part of the members.
It took a lot of tenacity.
Appear that the hereafter is not the only
Scavenger said, do you want color in the pic?
I would really like it black and white because I have a photo editor thing that I can put color into it, but I'm just shitty at like learning how the photo editor thing works. So I'm really hoping that like if you could just get the design, then I can take the design and put it in my thing and like blow it up. Because I would really appreciate it.
Scavenger then said, or just a black and white logo. Like he was looking for like a binary answer, and you were like, so yeah.
My bad. Just
Yeah.
a black and white would mean a lot.
Kirby
Thank you
said,
so much.
only Charlie is capable of moving objects. I imagine Charlie is like a creepypasta thing that's like similar to this,
Thank
but
you
not
so
this.
much.
Scavenger's got it.
Yeah, he's awesome. Thank you so much. Also, I want to tell you what this is for if you don't mind me plugging my thing real quick.
No problem.
So Jet and I, throwing you in the ring.
It's not my baby.
It's not his baby.
It's not my
He's
baby.
rejecting the baby, but do you want to be a part of it?
Yeah, I want to be a part
Awesome.
of it,
Okay.
but I'm not a parent.
You're not raising this with me?
I can help you raise it. I'm like a family friend who like is like if somebody got to babysit. Fucking Scavenger said he's the stepdad. I'm not the
Nice.
stepdad.
You're the stepdad. You're officially
That
the
doesn't even
stepdad.
make sense.
Or the uncle.
That's closer.
Um,
Kirby said is about the baby drowners. I'm not the father of the baby you drowned. And Maury brings the DNA test for like a drowned baby fetus. And like, you are not the father. And I was like, I told you didn't drown my baby.
Yes. So the whole thing that I'm trying
He says,
to
are
do...
you two baby drowners now? I'm
really
not a
should.
baby drowner.
Thanks, God. So the whole thing that I'm doing, I'm starting a YouTube channel that's gonna be based around a micronation. Creating a micronation, and Jet's gonna help me out with it. He's gonna be the uncle.
Close.
Family.
friend.
Yeah, the family friend uncle, who's also the stepdad. So
He's the honorary, like no relation, but everybody calls him Uncle Jet.
yeah, it just
He's
has
like
a pin.
he's like none of my siblings have kids.
Just at family gatherings, like none of my siblings have kids.
None of you are my family.
Right.
Kirby said Jet can be the grandfather. The implications of that make no sense.
So, well, I guess it does in the sense that, like, you have a channel, and then, like, someone else has a channel, and then I'm making a channel.
Kirby said right, left,
Up.
down, dun, 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 dun. I need to stop moving my head. You never know where Philip's taking us.
But to get back on track to what I was saying for just a second, even though it's been more than a second, I'm creating a Micronation YouTube channel that'll be something essentially that we're going to create like a whole culture for, and we're going to have different videos on it. We're going to try and get people to do like their different talents and stuff for it.
So we do it for the culture.
Yeah, we just want to create like a whole community around it. So if you're interested in that, and if you like the idea of like micronations or anything that you would want to, awesome. Thank you so much, Scavenger.
Yeah, he said this sounds lit.
Yeah. If you guys would ever want to be a part of that, I'm going to create it probably in the next few days, and then going to start getting to work on making videos and stuff for it. So you guys subscribe, follow along, and I'll tell you more about it when it gets made. Thank you so much.
Explanation for manifestations of so-called spirits. However, it's been nearly 30 years since the original Philip experiment, and parapsychologists are still just as puzzled now as they were back
They're literally
It
all
looks
shaking
like
the fucking
like
table.
if you look at the old lady from before, she looks like she's shaking the shit out of it. Like everyone else has flat hands, but you can look at this bitch's arms. Look at it. Look at the yellow arms, right? When Philip starts shaking the table, look at her arms.
Wait, so you found it? So my whole thing is like, I was planning on making a country with some friends, and we realized we don't have the money. No, I totally,
You don't really need money to make a micronation.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. A lot
Yeah.
of them start off just sort of as ideas, and what we're gonna hope to do with it is to build it up mainly on YouTube and mainly as like an online community thing, and then hopefully spread into doing stuff like small businesses. So if we ever want to take it more seriously and sort of build with it, that's where it can go from.
Kirby said, "What is this, a Ouija board game gone
Right.
stupid?"
Right.
I do want to make a game that's like with this, but it has like a check mechanic where there are two candles.
We
and,
are
like,
straight up gonna make Atlantis.
Atlantis.
I mean, it has the A like shape.
I have an idea for something like that. The Atlantis thing.
Winslow in the cut.
Smoke said, "Yeah." He said, "Winslow in the cut."
Hey,
I'm
join my micronation. Hey.
actually gonna do. I'll do a few videos to explain how to make a micronation. Like short videos. I'll do those like after we're finished with this.
Do you think those are things we could put on my new channel? Could you save them?
You can have a playlist on your channel that just has those videos and they're already made.
But then it's not gonna go toward my
I can do it twice. I don't mind. I'm not gonna make the videos and then when you're like, "Are you ready to make the videos again?" I'll be like, "No, I already made the videos." You know, like we can just do it again.
Okay.
You could even off liberty the original videos and just post them to your channel.
But I want it to be unique though.
You could put an intro. You can edit it and do whatever you want.
No, I want it to be special.
Let's see. Scavenger said we had all the mechanics worked out, but not the money. He said collab.
Collab. Well, if you want to join this when we're gonna do it, and you can definitely be like a big part of it and help me figure out stuff with it.
Yeah, most def. I recommend everyone like also make their own thing.
Still just as puzzled now as they were
What I was gonna say about this whole thing. What if it's like their fifth take, and they like keep trying to tell Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid Man.
They keep trying to tell her like, okay, don't shake the
Don't
table.
shake the table.
And she's like, I got her. Like,
Kirby said, "Oh yeah." I love the like thing that the man says, because he's like,
and parapsychologists are still just as puzzled now as they were back then.
"How does that old lady with arthritis shake the table so consistently?"
rhythms like that are not humanly possible.
Not at that age.
I love it.
As to what was producing these manifestations,
Probably Nancy.
it is interesting that the scientific community has never
She
followed
fucking
the Philip
flips the
experiment,
table.
or indeed many other experiments of a similar nature. Why I
Sad
can't
Bruce.
answer.
Wait,
I myself am
can
fully
we go
convinced
back
that
and just pause on his deep frown?
Not this.
No.
why I can't answer. I
Oh,
myself
before.
experiments of a similar.
He like
Oh.
made a face. No, not that. If you keep going.
He
back.
has like a weird like his face makes a frown regardless of if he's frowning.
Yeah.
Oh, he has like a Star Trek style symbol like engraved in his face just all the time.
Yeah, it's like it's the thing everyone has.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's like when you get older, like lines form right there. Yeah, that's right there.
Can someone edit that? Screenshot this and give him the lines. Put those lines on his face. I want to see older Winslow.
Yeah. Can I like rewind this a little?
Yeah.
It is interesting that the
I'm gonna try and
scientific
time it to
community has
I didn't know that they had a scene where the table just picks up on the side.
First off, Al Pacino looking ass.
Damn. You come into my restaurant.
Look at that. Sad Bruce.
You order 8 mediums on half off medium Friday. And you think we're not gonna have a problem? You think You're not gonna have a problem.
Sad Bruce is rethinking his whole life.
He is. His credit, by the way, is he's the producer of Philip the Imaginary Ghost. He's like, so I'm the producer for what you're watching.
He's like, I didn't do it. I just put money. They took my money for 10 years.
And then I learned during the filming that the first year had no results.
He's like, I thought it was an actual ghost thing. I was disappointed they just made all this bullshit up.
He's like, if I wanted, we've had
years.
imaginary ghosts for years. I used to read Casper. I don't. How is this new?
That's why he's so sad. He's like, I lost all my money, all my millions to this fucking ghost shit.
I was already putting half of my life savings into Casper. I didn't need to put more money. I invested all my chips in imaginary ghosts, and it went nowhere.
He's like, I was trying to make my creation, Casper the Ghost, real.
Kirby said, hey, my brother wanted my name to be Casper. I am your imaginary ghost friend. My mom was going to name me Inuyasha, but she hadn't watched the show yet. Like, after watching the show, she was like, if I knew, I would have named you Inuyasha and your brother Shishomaru, because they're like two brothers.
Oh.
Scavenger said, well, I will be back if you're still streaming. I'll be working on the logo and re-scripting for the short film I was working on. Best of luck on the short film scripting, and yeah, definitely come back, because there's always more in store. Hopefully we'll be able to finish this reaction video to an 11-minute video before we hit an hour.
Yeah.
Many other experiments of a similar nature. Why I can't answer, I myself am fully convinced that there is a level of psychic ability that is.
If you have to say I'm fully convinced, I don't feel like he's fully convinced. They're like, don't fucking tip it over.
There's a man on his knees.
What?
Kirby said, you're on 35 minutes, so I think you're doing well. What?
57 minutes later.
Yeah, I have no idea how far behind are they. But watch this guy on his knees with the table.
Bias if we knew how to reach it.
Why is he
like,
on the
jump
ground?
stacked. He's like, oh fuck. They're actually gonna push it over on me.
This was actually just the plan to murder him.
They're like, we got it. Cut the act. There's no film.
Then when we tip the table onto his body, we go, Philip murdered him! Kirby said, oh wait, now I see 58 minutes. What the fuck? It was like, hey, now you're seeing the truth.
58.
You probably also see 4 likes, even though there are only 3. Why, though?
And only one person watching the stream.
A little behind the human
Quick math.
experience. And I don't think it's any more profound than that.
You do see lies.
Whether you approach this from the spiritualist angle or the parapsychological angle, it's impossible to come up with scientific proof, because that proof requires that you not only be able to observe the phenomena and reproduce them at will, that proof requires that you not only be able to observe the
The capture was like, ah! But this is also memeable.
Yes.
You got some solid screenshot faces in here.
When your friend tells you something really cringy, but you're trying to be supportive.
When Philip's mouth finds your dick. I can't tell if it's fear or it's excitement.
He's like,
My boy is enjoying the Segoy.
when you lost all your teeth.
Oh, we lost a like.
We gained someone watching and lost a like.
Someone came on and said, oh, sorry, I forgot to dislike. Kirby said Philip is screwing with the likes. So it's Kirby.
phenomena and reproduce them at will. You must also come up with a theory to explain
Oh, 3 light. Yeah, it was
and
Kirby.
predict when they will occur. So since that wasn't possible in this case, the matter is still not settled.
They're like, whoa, but we're gonna film it from this angle where you can't see the dude pushing up on the fucking table.
Kirby said, what are you talking about? And that's the Philip experiment video.
Yeah.
We did it like right in an hour. Yo, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and anything, ring that bell so you know whenever we do these live streams. Credit to the video. The video was posted on YouTube by Spirit Seekers. The video is called The Philip Experiment. You can just check it out. Anyways, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only here with...
Not Jet Black, the one and only. I've never been Jet Black, the one and only. But if I had been, I would say that at this point in the video.
Kirby said 11-minute video reacted to in an hour. Well done, boys. Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
Logging out.
I feel like we did it quick.
Yeah, we did official. Peace.